Hi there guys, and welcome back once again. My name is Chris Army. We're playing Starters Orders 6, and this is our stables over at Rascalicious Farms. And over the last couple of videos we've been running our horses, and I think we're kind of getting to the stage now where we know where some of these young horses lie. Our 3-year-olds are running okay. 2 of them are running okay. One of them's a bit iffy. We might lose Ethereal Dreamer. The 2-year-olds are starting to gain a foothold, and first and the second for Lock Journal, we're still struggling to find races for him to compete in at this stage of the season. Whilst Grand Sahara and Hidden Beauty are 3 wins from 3 races, so we're pretty happy with how things are lining up there. Our 2 big horses in their final season before going to the breeding barn, the Starboard Princess and the Stealthy Lioness, well, they've won their opening race of the season, and big money from both those horses so far. So really it's Rainbow up next. We've only got 3 races to take care of here, and I'm going to be discussing a little bit more about the game as we go through. But to start things off, since I couldn't find a race for Lock Journal and the rest haven't really had much of a rest between races, I figured we'd just do the shorter amount of races. Top weight, top rated, mile 2 allowance for Rainbow. Dirty Den and Even Stevens are both on this horse. And yeah, okay. Nobody's really standing out in the paddock, but we're not really too much of an issue. And yeah, look at us there. We're clear favourites. Clear favourites. I don't expect much trouble from this race, so hopefully we get off to the winning start that we kind of look for in every race. Now, I have exported the rails. There might still be a couple of courses that haven't done or haven't taken well. Sometimes when you're using a mod which adds other courses in or replaces existing courses, it can cause a slight issue in that little graphical glitches happen now and again, and they don't always happen. So going into the racecourse editor that comes with part of the game and being able to actually re-export those courses normally shows out quite well. So there we are. We are the white and black star with the green hat. White and black star with blue hat is I Can Move, and then to second place behind Gay Fame. Top man in 3rd, Charm Victor is 4th, Northgate Raver into 5th, and Rainbow is sitting just behind this pack of 5, along with Fawn Affair, and at the back Sarah Can Run. They're all pretty close as well. They're all in a nice little tight grouping. So let's actually zoom out a little bit to see all these horses. Now, I don't play on the highest graphical setting I used to, but when recording these videos or streaming the game on Twitch, or just sometimes when I had something else going on in the background, it did cause a little issue now and again. So you can see there we're on the inside. There's not a lot of room to maneuver, and at the moment I'd say Fawn Affair and Northgate River between them are keeping us boxed in pretty well. Top man's got that inside track, so we're going to have to make a move here. 4.5 furlongs out. And now things look a little bit better for us, but we do need to make a move. I know Rainbow does like to run late on in a race, so I'm not too worried. But we're coming on now around the corner, and it's heavy traffic ahead of us. We need to go to the outside to get into position. And there we go, we're going to pass a couple of horses there. Currently sitting 5th, trying to find our room. 2 furlongs. We've stuck to the inside. Everybody else has moved into position. We have stuck to the inside. We're on a racing line, and we're fighting now with 1 furlong left. There goes Northgate Raver. Northgate Raver takes over the lead from Gay Fame. We're up into 2nd with Rainbow, and straight out into the lead. And it's that late push, that real quality, fighting for the line. And it's a beautiful finish to a pretty textbook race for that horse. So we were top weight, but we were top rated, and class did tell. So Rainbow seems to I've kind of run to form there. I'm quite happy with that one. I am quite happy with that one. Let's take a quick look at Rainbow. So we've won a grade 2 at a mile, and now that is 3 non-graded mile 2s that not only have we won, but we've improved our rating. Up 3 points, up 7 points, up 2, and up 2 again. So from that grade race and these 3 allowance races, we've grown quite a decent amount. We've filled our potential for this season. That stamina bar has gone up quite a bit, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Rainbow can do this season. We're not too far away from the Kentucky Derby, and that's going to be the first test. Then we're going to see if we can handle a little bit less distance on the Preakness, which is a shorter race. And we don't have too bad a distance adaptability, but it's not the best. So we want a good track, and we want a mile 1 to a mile 2, which means the Preakness should be interesting. The conditions, depending on the race for all 3 of the Triple Crowns, are going to be interesting. And do we have the extra legs it's going to take in the Belmont with Rainbow? I just don't know. I just don't know. But that is our filly, who's got a shot at that Triple Crown. She is unbeaten. Almost unbeaten. Only in that grade 1 last season did Crimson Star not win a race. And I like this horse. We're going in a grade 3. Grade 3 mile 2. That comes up in a few days' time. And again, if we see a similar performance from Crimson Star as we saw from Rainbow, I'm going to be fairly happy with how things go. Let's go see if there's anything at auction. Anything at all worthwhile. Samaret has won 3 grade 1 races. There's a lot of unsettled, but I don't know, that might be an interesting one. You know, multiple grade 1 wins. That's not a bad horse usually to take a risk on, except, you know, it's had a bad season last season. Yes, it won the Queen Elizabeth, but it's had a bad season. Maybe that's too short. Just got up. Not quick enough, not quick enough. Always outpaced. Stayed on well. No extra. So maybe, I think that might be a mile horse. Mile to a mile 1, which means it's being run in the right races. Maybe it's not a pure grade 1, I don't know. But we've got enough money to find out. Also here, Foxy Socks. Decent, we'll take a look. An Extreme Conviction mile 4 large build. If that's got decent potential, that's a breeding barn horse, if nothing else. So Extreme Conviction, Foxy Socks, and Samurai are going to be the horses I look at. Yep, just not interested in anything else. So they are all on that page. So we're just going to skip through these auctions then until we get down to our horses. But yeah, I mean, really, guys, we're doing quite well in this game. And I know that a lot of you people watching these videos might not have seen this game before, apart from on this channel, or maybe you've seen just a little bit here and there. So I'd like to talk a little bit about how important that breeding barn is in a game, and kind of the easiest way to get to it. Now, usually you'll see players of this game going into the opening day. Basically, we'll play a game, And in that first day, we're going to find a race that we like, that we think there's a single horse in that race that far outclasses the rest of the field. You know, something as close to a sure thing as you can get. And when you're convinced that you found one, that's when you put all your money at the beginning on that horse, day one. And hopefully you'll find that within the first couple of races, because what you want to do then is, presuming that horse wins of course, is go and put all your winnings on another horse that you like there. Maybe you'll find that day one, maybe it's day two, day three. But you will find yourself sort of doubling or tripling your money depending on the odds, and really getting into that position where you come out of that first 2 or 3 day stretch where your horses aren't even able to run. They are just not even sort of fit enough. You'll have enough money to buy a few things at the stables itself to improve itself, be able to get the better food and help, and someone in the paddock as well to cool your horse off. So that's the one before Samurai. Let's get Samurai in here then. Well, the price is definitely right. People want this horse. For whatever reason, people want this horse. We're 5 million deep on Samurai. It's only ever earned 3 1/3. Well, 5 1/4. I was thinking maybe 3 million for this horse. But I've got to find out what it is. We've got enough money. You know, that's a quarter of what one of our horses has earned. Just make sure I haven't missed anything in this final stages here. Daytime Dreamer. I don't think so. I don't think so. So we're gonna wait on Samurai just a little bit. Just a little bit. Is this a breeding male? Ooh, it's not far off. If we could fill that 70 this year, as a 3-year-old, his potential bar would probably jump up around the 80 to 85 mark. Which means as a 4-year-old, it could be 90. Or above. Like, okay. Not much cruising burst, decent. Extra speed, enthusiasm, finishing consistence. Doesn't like to mess with distance. But it's got some going adaptability, which I do like in my horses. I do like it in my horses. So we might keep Extreme Conviction around. We might keep that one around. Maybe even unraced as a 2-year-old and just go as a 3-year-old. And Foxy Socks is very, very sort of close as well. Except even less cruise and burst and confidence, so there doesn't seem to be too much there. I think we've got better fillies than Foxy Socks. So she can go. Extreme Conviction, depending what he does this and or next season, means he could make the breeding band just to spice up that bloodline a little. And 5 1/4 million. Let's find out what it buys us before I get back to my point I was talking about. Let's see what $5 1/4 million buys you at the auction. The bars here aren't too much to sort of shout home about. Okay, 40% cruising burst, 10% battling qualities, less than 70 potential. This is not the horse I was hoping for at all. I was hoping for 85 to 90 potential at least. I was hoping maybe some battling qualities or a lot of like 60 or above cruising burst. Something to show that this horse was something special to breed from. It just doesn't have that. I mean, I really don't know even what to do with this horse. I'm just going to send that out to stud. That's all I'm going to do with Samurai. That's going out to stud. I'm just going to breed from it and see what it can do, basically. In 2 years' time, we'll find out what Samurai can do. And if it's no good, then hopefully we'll make enough money to pay off that 5 million in terms of selling foals. If it's got 2 decent foals that we can't use, go about 2.5 million each. You know, okay, there's breeding fees, etc. But we'll basically have paid that off if we can get those matchups. And we haven't got that many females in the barn, you know. Kitty Kingdom and Peaches. End of this season, Starboard Princess and Stealthy Lioness will be going in there. So Samurai's got a chance right now to breed and just show us what she's got on that side of things, because she doesn't look amazing, but a lot of trainers wanted it. So yeah, we'll see. So a bit of a mixed bag there in the auction. But getting back to what I was saying here about doubling up your money or whatever it is at that first few days, you can get stuff like a swimming pool. I believe that is, you know, that's to train stamina. I like to get things like, is it training stalls? I think improves your start. There's the stalls and gallop rails, I believe, and hiring a gardener. A few things like that actually aid your horse's development, and some make the place look nicer for not much money at all, like the gardener. So I like doing those kind of things. Then you can get the transporters rather than getting the, you know, the horse trailers and upgrading. You can just go straight into the transporters, and of course you can get the breeding facilities and be able to breed 2 or 3 horses for the 500,000 you might have left over in the bank after that first week of gambling. And then we've all seen how this works. You select a horse to breed with, one of your horses that you've sent to the breeding barn. Like we're just about to send Samurai. I retired her to stud. She'll go into the breeding barn at the end of this day. So we skip forward a day. Samurai is no longer in here. She immediately appears, is immediately available, and yeah, we need a male with distance. So a mile 3 and a mile 1, that equals out to a mile 2. That's kind of my breeding distance. Now, this is 900,000, but it's also, let's not forget, organ pipe, $10 million in prize money. Over 10 million, 9 group 1s. This is exactly the horse which gives Samurai the chance to have a good fall with one of these. So organ pipe and Samurai go in. Little Alimony and Starboard Bow have another shot at pairing up. But we are going to be in there with Crimson Star first. So let's go to this day and find Crimson Star. There we are, the grade 3 mile 2. Top weight, top rated. A couple of these horses really not good. I'm not really worried, even though that is a laid back kind of start. That horse is just very poor, it looks like. 4 that haven't run. 1 agitated, 1 more than agitated. I mean, agitated boiled over, but that's Unreal Party out of it. Polyacdynamic Guy I don't think are good. Kappa Blue's probably out of it. So Patrick Slew and Smash 'em Up Sammy might have a slight chance, except when you look at the odds you realise this is almost a walkover. This should be a walkover. And we're going to put a bet on, because I've talked about betting. Let's just do it. So this, I feel, is a horse which will destroy this field. This is right in Crimson Star's sort of zone here. Oops, I clicked twice. So you click here to bet on your horse. You either type in the amount you want. What I do is max win. Now you can see there's only 120,000. I like to stake a decent amount of my horse, especially since I think I'm only getting half of this back. Is 1 to 2 on favourite. So you can see now we're going up to 440,000, 210 twice, now 250,000 per. So we're about a million, 1.2 million deep. It's about 1.5, and there we go. We're a little over 2 million on this horse. And we should make that back plus profit. But that's kind of what you do at the opening day when you get your 300,000, I believe it is, something like that. If you're willing to risk it all on a single horse which has the field totally outclassed like this, then you can easily double, triple your money over 1, 2, 3, 4 races on that first day, or maybe over the first 3 or 4 days. There's no rush really, and that'll get you off to a great start in terms of breeding, facilities, and able to even go to an auction and buy a promising horse. Another aspect of it is if you play on easy, you get 5 horses, including 2 2-year-olds. If they don't have good potential, they can sell anywhere from 500,000 to up to 3 million, depending on how good they are. And if you don't want them, that's another great way early game to make money, especially if you've got a good 3-year-old or a good 4-year-old that you can really, you know, have racing for 4 years, earning money, paying for all the rest of the horses you're developing over those seasons. And you can sell both your 2-year-olds, or maybe only one of the 2-year-olds, and you're able then to put yourself in that advanced position, facilities wise, breeding barn, and able to go to auctions and just pick up a couple of horses here and there who you think might be good in the breeding barn or on the track. Talking about the track, we're on the back stretch here, coming up to 4 furlongs out. Polyak and Unreal Party are at the front, with Kappa Blur right behind. Smash 'em Sammy and Dynamic Sky. And up to 3 furlongs, you can see just appearing on screen here, 4th place, coming up to 3rd place. Here's Crimson Star. And Patrick Slew is coming with us. It is coming with us. Let's see if they've got the fight to really go on and make this a close race. I fancy my horse to go off any time now and just basically pull that distance even further. Patrick Slew wants to come, and Crimson Star doesn't seem to be taking it too seriously. I think rid well within itself there, it looked at the end. Gets the win, not as comfortable as I'd like, but that's a win. And you can see here I actually bet slightly under. I thought I was slightly over 2 million, but 1.93 million. We got a return including our original stake of 2.52, which means we made just under 600,000 on that race. I'm fairly happy with that. You know, it's 591,000. I'm fairly happy with that. So that's kind of how you bet and why we bet early on. And if you think you've got it figured out, where you know a horse is just going to win no matter what, then you can kind of put yourself in that advanced position right at the start of the game. And that's usually what I do. I take that risk. I sell 1 or both 2-year-olds because I do play on easy difficulty. So we sell those horses early on, and then we sort of step up, get the facilities in place, breeding barn season 1, put a few in there, and you start earning money then, because usually, unless you're going for the real top fees here, you're going to sell the horses for more than the breeding barn fee. So it's more than the fees you'll see here. And you can get some nice horses here. You can see, you know, there's a Group 1 winner here. 2 Group 1 wins for Paddy Murphy. 112 rated. Less than 200,000 for that cover. Now, it is a short distance horse, but if you're looking to breed to sell, it doesn't matter. When you get a decent amount of money in all the facilities, you're looking more long term. Of course, you're looking to breed to keep. And that's where I am now. And Starboard Bow has given me another horse in full with a little alimony. You can see our yearlings we're going to get next season here quite a lot. We're trying to build this list up as well. So Starboard Bow, and let's find a good female horse that we've yet to breed with. A mile 4, and that would equal out to about a mile 1. That would be about a mile 1, so that's not bad. We'll try that out. We'll try that. It's the highest sort of rated horse, or the highest price, I should say, for the cover. Where are we? Extreme Conviction. Let's see if we can find a race for Extreme Conviction. Okay, there's an allowance race right down the back. I don't want to do that. And I'm not sure. I think maybe a mile might be a better distance. And there's a maiden on the 1st of May. So we won't watch that. That'll probably be in the next video. I'll book races for, hopefully, Lock Journal. Now that's a 6 furlong horse, I believe. Whoops. So 6 furlong, handicap selling. Yeah, we're getting into May now, so there's not too much there. But I'll book those. I'll also book Hidden Beauty and Rainbow and Crimson Star as well. We need to start looking towards the Kentucky Derby with these 2 horses. So why don't we do that now before we get this race going? There it is. The Kentucky Derby. $2 million prize race. Oh, I don't know who to put my jockey on. I think it might be Rainbowed. I'm not sure. Or I'm really not sure. The right jockey is key as well, so we won't book a jockey for either of them. I'll take a look at that closer to the day and decide. But May, I mean, next video we start off with the debut of Extreme Conviction, see if there's anything there. And then Rainbow and Crimson Star will be running in the Kentucky Derby. Oh boy, oh boy. That's going to be a fun one. So let's just finish off this video then with Ethereal Dreamer and see, is it worth keeping this horse? Grade 3, 7 furlong. I believe that's the right length. We've had a couple of missed trips so far. We're going to jump in here and see anybody robbing my girl. A mile 3 2-year-old. I love that distance. I can sell Foxy Socks and pick up robbing my girl. Classy Eyed, a mile 4. I love that distance. A few group 3s, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think we're just gonna have to do it. So let's see if we can get a bit more money and push the pace up here. Little bits of bids. Okay, I think that's pushed it enough. They're still bidding though. That's fine by me. That's enough money. 2.29 million. I believe that's pretty much what we paid. We're going to pay a little bit more for robbing my girl. But that's decent. So who was the other one that we wanted to take a look at? Classy Eyed is the only other one. Okay. So that's the thing with auctions as well. They can take a bit of time to get sorted. So we're looking at Newlands and Dylan and Turtle. If we see any of those pop up, then we need to stop skipping, because then we're within 3 or 4 of the horse we're going to bid on. So we're just skipping the current lot here, which is normally the skip day. You don't want to do the next one, which is quitting the auction. That's not going to be a good idea. There's Newlands Princess. So there's Dylan Thomas. Turtlebow. Hylandra. Ibn Hian. And the First Samurai. So Adirondack King. Let's get that one out the way, and we're on to the one we won. So what's the opening bid? 1.5. Yeah, this is going to go for 2-3 as well. So there we are. We get over 2-3. They back off. Just make sure we did get it, and then just quit the auction. So, Robin, my girl, I didn't hold out much hope for that one. That goes straight back out, and Classy Eyed. Oh. No. No. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So Hidden Recipe and Primo Lady are coming out of bid, coming out of breeding as well. So, and here we go, Ethereal Dreamer. Now this is, I hope that this is the right length and the right quality of race. We are low weight and we are pretty much low rating as well, although I fancy this to be a 110, 120 horse at this stage if it had won those two races. So I think we should be in good position. Let's have a look what the tipsters have got. Capo di Capo, best plan yet. Never good when two names come up and yours isn't one of them. In the paddock, parading a little lazily. So our chance might have gone. Our chance might already have gone with Ethereal Dreamer. It's raining. I mean, I don't know if that suits or not. We're on the inside. It's a decent start. It's a decent start. So Capo is this horse just fading now on the outside into the background. Best plan yet is with it. Sam Port Clyde and Smarmy right at the back. You can see Cafwain there just behind our horse, the Ethereal Dreamer. And out in front, Bump Start looks to be getting away quite nicely. But it's a lot of hard running there as that front horse. So I expect the pack to sort of catch up to us, and we're going to start moving into position. Look at that. Beautiful. Gets a bit of a kick on around that corner. Moves out as well, so it's got fresh air to run into. Coming off the bend is in prime position. Let's see now if Ethereal Dreamer can kick on. Here comes Cafe and here comes Capo di Capo. There goes Ethereal Dreamer. Is it too soon? With a furlong out, Capo's going to come here late. And it's not going to be enough. Ethereal Dreamer is going to take the race. Finally, we hit the right quality of race and distance. And that might just kickstart Ethereal Dreamer's sort of 3-year-old season into gear after 2 poorly run races. So that's a good win there at 9-1. That's a great run. That's what I was waiting for in the first 2 races. So we dwelt a little at the start. It wasn't the best. We paraded lazily. There was a lot of things that weren't in our favour in that race. So to win on the rain and everything else, I can't really tell you how happy that makes me feel. Oh, that was fantastic. So where's Ethereal Dreamer? Up to 108 rating. I knew it was a 110 to 120-ish horse. We fell off a little bit this season because of our poor runs. We were 1-4. We dropped 2 points. That would have put us at 110. So, yeah. Ethereal Dreamer stays on the roster for a little bit longer. And that'll wrap up this video. I'm getting really excited about these 3-year-olds. I will admit that. Rainbow and Crimson Star, both in the Kentucky Derby now set up. I'm quite happy about that. The 2-year-olds running well. And yeah, we might have another couple of options for the breeding barn in Extreme Conviction and of course the one that's just gone in, which was Samaret. So all in all, decent progress this video. Decent progress. We've got about a month before our next race, so it's a good chance to find new races for these that have run sort of like within, haven't run within the last 3 weeks. So I normally look about the 20-day mark, so I'm looking for races now for Hidden Beauty, Lock Journal, Grand Sahara, Stealthy Lioness, Starboard Princess. And by the time this race kicks off, we might have races for Extreme Conviction, Ethereal Dreamer, and Starboard Princess could have come up anyway at that point. So really, we're in good shape. We've got races to book. I like the fact that we're winning races quite consistently, and we've got good breeding stock, so it might take a few more years, but ultimately I'm hoping that we get some really nice horses through that breeding barn, and we'll be able then to really go after those big prizes as we have up until now between our top two horses, Lioness and Princess. So I hope you join me to find out how this journey continues. If you have liked this video, please do click that little thumbs up to like this video on YouTube. You can find me over at Twitter, Chris Orme, same as my YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, I hope you had fun, and we'll see you very soon back here again.